Subsaver. Whenever you're ready, guys.
All right, I'm Michael.
And I'm James.
I'm Eddie.
We're here on behalf of Subsaver. That allows you to track, manage, and cancel any of your subscriptions from your music streaming service to your phone bill. I want you to imagine one day you're just on your phone and a notification pops up. It's your bank account, checking account balance. And you realize it's a little bit lighter than it usually does. So you do some investigating and you realize you're actually down $120 from your account. Your Amazon Prime subscription recurred and you've lost $120. So that may not be a lot of money to you guys, but to a lot of people it is a lot of money, and that can quickly add up. So you get a hold of your Amazon customer service rep, and you are going to try to ask for a refund. But they put you on hold for 2 hours, and so you just get angrier and angrier as that ringtone just keeps playing in your head. And you finally get a hold of somebody, and you just lay into them, but there's nothing they can do, no refund, nothing. So you cancel your subscription, and you go on your way. So I want to bring up this number, $18.91.08. That's the amount of money the average American spends on subscriptions they don't know that they pay for per year. So that $120 can quickly add up and can compound into almost $2,000. That money comes out of your fun entertainment account or entertainment balance, your food expenses, as well as your kid going to college fund, your retirement fund. That's a lot of money per year. So that's Subsaver. We want to change that. We want our app to be able to let you track, manage, and cancel those subscriptions so you can save money. So how we're going to work, we're going to be really easy to use. So our competitors, they make it really hard to use their app and use core features that will let you save your money. We want to make our user interface really friendly and easy to use, easy to find those core features. We want to help our customers organize efficiently. So we'll make sure they can see how much they're spending per month as well as per year, exactly what subscriptions they're paying for, and exactly when they're going to be paying those. And most importantly, we want to be non-invasive. So our competitors actually ask your bank account information as well as your account information, like PIN numbers and passwords. We will never ask for bank account information, and we'll never force our customers to disclose that private information, because we all know internet security is a really big problem these days. So here's how we're actually going to work. So with our email, we'll actually select your email, and it'll input your email address. We'll scan for keywords for your subscriptions, and we'll see your start date, based on your receipts, exactly what your subscription is and how much you're paying for it. You put them as a list up, and you'll select exactly which subscriptions you actually have so we can track them for you. So we know nothing's perfect. So maybe you'll have to put some in manually. So if you have to put it in manually, you'll select from our extensive list of subscriptions. You can also search for them. And you'll find the one that you have. And then you'll put your bill rate, how much you actually pay for it, your first bill date, and also when you want to get reminded for when you're going to have to pay for it again. So going on with being organized, you want to make sure you know exactly how much you're paying per month and exactly what you're paying for. So part of our manage feature, we want to make sure that you're knowing the best offers that are out there for you that fit your needs. So say you have a Verizon bill, but you pay about $200 a month. That's a lot of money. So say we find a Sprint option that has the exact same gigabytes that you need for your data and the same plans that fit your needs. Well, we find it for $150. We'll notify you so you can be able to save that money, about $50, and you don't have to spend as much on your subscriptions. So with our canceling feature, we will actually need you to disclose your account information, but we'll never force you to disclose that for the tracking feature. So once we get your PIN, as well as your account information, we can cancel your subscription as soon as possible. So our competitors are Hiatus, SubscribeMe, and Truebill. So what Hiatus does is they can adjust your subscription price, and they'll take half of the money that you save for themselves. SubscribeMe uses advertising, basically. And then Truebill has the subscriptions is $5 a month, and they also take half of what you save on subscriptions. And they also are very invasive as they ask your bank information as well as your account payments. So our SAM is about $1.2 billion. So how we got that number is the number of households in the US which make over $100,000 a year, which is about 33 million households, times 3, which is how much our product costs per month, times 12, because you would be buying it for 12 months of our service. So after customer interviews, we determined that our customer segment, our first one would be homeowners aged 45 to 65. And we figured that because they're homeowners, they have enough money to where they're actually investing in a lot of subscriptions, but they also don't have enough time to be able to manage those and cancel those, which we would do for them. And we also came to the conclusion through our interviews that the elderly would also need our assistance because we can cancel the subscriptions for them and make sure we can navigate the difficult process for them.
Okay, so on to our marketing tactics. The social media we'll be using is Facebook and Twitter. Facebook has over 700 million daily visitors, and Twitter has a little bit less, but over 300 million monthly. So we'll be using both of these. I think these are great choices to use because our target market, especially Facebook, is really a lot of people in that target group use that. Another thing we'll be using is App Store optimization. That is, it ranks, if you search on the App Store, it ranks the app higher, so people are able to see it better. And then according to Forrester, 63% of app downloads are from searches, so we'll be reaching a very broad audience. And then also the final one would be tech workshops. So like at the Barrington Area Library, for example, we would market our app so people, maybe the elderly or older people, will be able to get started using our app when they learn about technology. Okay, so the channel we'll be using is the App Store. The App Store is a big site. They bring in, I think they have over 2 million apps in the store, which is a lot, but through our marketing tactics and App Store optimization, we feel like we can reach those people, and it's a great platform to reach anybody across the United States. So when we talk about pricing through our customer interviews, we started with $5 per month, which is what our competitors charge. And we got a really negative reaction to this view because we were pretty much doing the same thing as the other companies, but we're charging the same amount. So we wanted to make it a little bit lower. So we experimented that with $1, and us and the people we talked to think it was worth a little bit more than that. So we settled on our price per unit of $3. So a unit would be a 1-month subscription to our service. Our COGS right now is 39 cents, which is, we're using PayPal in our apps. That's a 30-cent charge for every purchase in the US, and then an extra, I think it's 2.9% charge. So it ends up being 39 cents, leaving us at a gross profit margin of 87%. So in year one, we projected to sell 54,000, a little over 54,000 units. We got this number we started with 100, and then through our marketing tactics, we thought we would gain around 200 to 300 new subscriptions every month, ending year one with 12,500 active subscriptions. So we added that up and got that number, and then our gross profit after the COGS would be $141,918.
So for our MVP, we're trying to test 3 things: key metrics, solution, and as well as cost structure. So we're going to be using this by getting the key metrics for our quantitative information of our number of emails. So we're going to use MailChimp to be able to get emails from our Wix webpage of our official website to be able to get future customers. Our solution, we're going to be just focusing on the tracking features in our TMC process. If they want to have us cancel it, they're going to have to send us that information. And then through our cost structure, we're going to actually keep it free at the moment. We're not going to charge anybody for our MVP. And then what we're going to need to use is we're going to ask for their phone number. So we're going to use texting and Google Sheets and Gmail. So how we use this is we're going to have a Google Sheet of everybody having their information all organized for our personal use to be able to have their subscriptions managed. So what we'll do is once we get the customers to our website, and when they get down to the bottom, they're going to be able to leave their email address, and we'll be able to contact them. They will give us their subscription information, and we will be able to text them after we ask them for their phone number or email address, whichever is best to contact them, and be able to let them know when their subscription date ends. So once we get their phone number and all their subscription information, we are going to be able to track those subscriptions for them. That's why we're just mostly focusing on the tracking feature. After we are able to track their subscriptions for them, for the 2 months implementation we are trying to use, we're going to get the qualitative feedback from them, especially for future customers. After we help them track their subscriptions, they can do us a favor by helping us be able to recommend Subsaver for future customers. So our marketing tactics that we're going to use, as mentioned earlier, Facebook and Twitter. We're going to use Facebook, which is $135 per 500 engagements, and Twitter for $200 for 2 months for promoted tweets. Twitter is going to be able to promote our tweets to be able to pop up on a regular person's Twitter feed, as well as Facebook. We've also joined a business group, as well as that have multiple businesses and multiple thousands of people to be able to view our company on the webpage. And then we're also asking for $30 for 2 months of Wix. We want to make our landing page more professional, as it already is, to be able to have that as our focus point in our MVP, because we are trying to get their emails eventually to be able to fight for their subscriptions.
We take care of tracking, managing, and canceling so you don't have to. Thanks for listening.
I had a question about the MVP, and this is the part where, so, say it's, I'm your customer. I'm giving you what? Like, hey, these are all the things I'm subscribed to, and what are you gonna do?
You tell us when you actually want us to notify you, and then we'll text you when. So let's say you want.
So it'll be kind of like a reminder, like, hey,
Yeah.
I know, hey, this subscription is up in 6 months.
Yeah.
You get it, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have like the email tracking
Yeah, sure,
thing
sure.
yet, so we can't do that, so you have to do it manually, but yeah.
How are you going to track all
For MVP,
that? No, are you going to track, people's subscriptions? I mean, what vehicle are you using to
Just keep it on a
notify
spreadsheet.
them that their time is up or it's time to renew?
we would text them, we would keep it on a spreadsheet,
Yeah,
keep
but I
track
mean,
of.
you're going to have 5,000 subscribers and, all of them have different dates and
Yeah.
you must have some kind of a software or something that's going to track their expiration dates?
We don't have that yet, just for MVP, we're looking at that,
But
but
you're looking at, you had costs of something, and it was two issues, I forget what it were, but, you've gotta have some vehicle that's gonna help you notify your 5,000 subscribers that one of their 20 subscriptions is expiring.
I think I get that you're just trying to simulate what the user experience might be like. You're
Yeah.
sort of developing a full-blown app.
Have to do it.
So, and just in round numbers, how many people are you planning on reaching out to through the MVP? And what's your goal in terms of number of subscribers to this
just for the
big
MVP,
service?
Yes.
we hope to get like 100 to 150 people
Okay.
subscriptions, yeah. That's our goal.
And I think that's where Brian's noted, is like, so
Yeah,
150 times, you had a number, which was a very powerful number. Well, let's say it's 15 subscriptions, and that's probably light, because I'm just thinking of my household.
Mhm.
15 times 150
Mhm.
times all those different dates.
Yeah.
It will not be humanly manageable unless you've got some sort of a sorting feature or something, I don't know. So be thinking about that. I guess let's just talk about this MVP though, and what you're truly trying to
Mhm.
test, because maybe we can help evolve it a bit. I am sold on the fact that managing subscriptions is a pain point, and there is the benefit of saving money. What you presented to me has a very high hurdle that would, I think, be a barrier to you getting people to sign up. For me to collect all of my subscription information and send it to you would take me 2.5 hours. I don't want to do that. So what are you trying to test, and maybe there's a different way
Yeah,
to,
we could possibly, because how we're gonna do it for email scanning, people would have to get their email anyway. So we could possibly just ask for people's like email login, and then we could go through their email to check.
Never gonna happen.
I know they won't let it,
Yeah, I know.
but I understand.
That's what our service,
yeah.
that's what our technology would do, we just
Right.
don't have the technology to
Right,
do it
and
yet.
I have a couple apps that I use that do this. My TripIt planner, everything that comes through my inbox is connected to it, so I have a beautiful little thing that tells me where I need to be and when. You gotta have it, it's the best, it is the best, Jesse told me about it. And it reads it, it must be, their algorithm is reading, so I know exactly what you're talking about, and I thought, well, that'd be great. But I'm not sure that your simulation is gonna get you the testing.
Is there a way we can pivot the MVP to focus more on the, hey, we're gonna find subscriptions that you didn't know you were paying for?
Do you mean like find things you have no idea you're actually?
Yeah, I mean, your initial
Problem.
problem was we're paying too much money for stuff we didn't even know we were paying for.
Yeah, we probably need our email scanner technology for that. We don't actually have our app yet, so we probably can't do something like that yet.
We could maybe try to focus more on the managing part, like try to get people new deals and stuff, as well as tracking it, because I think that would be useful to people. Go out and research like different deals. They can give us what they're paying, but we can go out and research different deals. Maybe say like, maybe you could check this one out. This is less than what you're paying now.
We also looked into, with our website, we want to make almost 2 different websites where where you kind of like the tracking and managing and canceling. So you kind of click on what you're more interested in. Say, tracking is a really big problem. Or maybe you click on tracking and you're like, wow, tracking is a really good feature of this app. Maybe submit my email so they know that I'm interested in this feature. Maybe you're not interested in tracking. Maybe it's canceling that you really like. So you kind of sign up for the canceling portion of our website. So we can kind of like gauge how much interest is really within these different features that we have. And we can kind of decide which ones are going to be worth it to really pursue.
Well, maybe that's what your test needs to be. Maybe it's not going after and doing some very shotgun marketing tactics, but it's actually getting a small user set
Yeah.
and then offering these services, which is, one is tracking, one is,
Managing.
managing, one is new offers, you know, optimization or something. I don't know.
Because we could definitely do the new offers, that would be.
We were trying to put new offers also into our notification kind of feature, when we also remind them when it happens.
You're quiet over there too.
I'm still stuck on the, I mean, I think it's a good idea, just, I think you're underestimating what's gonna be involved in, you know, tracking and notifying people of, you know, what they need to be aware of.
I think it's a very good idea of what, I mean, if it works once for one subscription, it pays for itself. I mean, it's like, you know, well price thing, I paid way more than that if I could. But in the time, you know, I think touching on what you said, the time it takes to set it up. And again, I know you're just exploring the viability at this point, but in the time it takes to set up and provide that information, you know, into a new app, I could, you know, it's a hurdle. I think it's a hurdle for people to figure out.
Go back to your ask page so that we can see.
Which one was it?
Oh, yeah, I want to see your MVP ask, like
Oh,
what you want
MVP
to
ask,
say.
okay, yeah.
Like, oh, you're going too far.
Sorry.
That's all right.
So those names or keep going?
Second one.
Here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, you were so close, so close.
That's so far.
What's Wix?
It's our landing page website. So we use Wix to create our landing page, and it's really not professional looking right now, and we really need to upgrade to it. Especially
For like the implementation of having those separate tabs of the T and MC for each process, we can't really do that at this point. That's why we were asking for the 2 months implementation for $30.
What if, I'm not even bought in on this idea yet, so just hear me out. But like, what if instead of spending money marketing a solution that doesn't really exist yet, spend the money to bribe people to let you into their home and go through their bills and be like, okay, these are your subscriptions, we've organized them, and just gather data about the scope of the problem. Like, I don't know. It just,
I think that's how one of those other companies started originally, isn't it? The ones you shared?
where let's go through bills.
No, it's not about scheduling, it's about, there's a,
they renegotiate.
they renegotiate, they look through your stuff and they
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
renegotiate your.
That's Hiatus, and there's actually not called Trim. It's not really the same solution as us, so it's not
Yeah.
really.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll get to that.
Cause I
So,
think, yeah, I think,
what are you gonna get for $365? What's your, you know, hope for outcome?
We just hope that people that we advertise and then people will come into our site and then people will sign up to get alerts about their bills. But yeah, again, that's.
I'm really still stuck
Yeah.
on
Right.
the mechanism, because really, you spend $365 and you get, you know, however many people, you're gonna be confronted very quickly with the problem that is,
Right.
how do I service
well,
this?
yeah, and just, we're trying to do something that's time boxed, right? And like, you're signing up for reminding these people long past the time that you're out of this class.
That's a good point.
And like, what can we execute within the next couple months that would provide some value? I don't know, what else can we do other than?
Yeah, I mean, we're just testing the viability of
Yeah,
theirs.
I think that possibly, so I think that maybe this is one of those tests on your webpage where you're getting them, doing an A/B test, actually, and you're having them sign up for one or the other
Exactly.
type of service, and you're gonna find out interest level right there. Okay, so who's signing up for, or interested in saving money, or management, or whatever it is. You guys map out what it is most important, find out the most relevant thing. And I don't know this part, this won't cost you, so to do that, you're gonna need the web money. And I would say we could cut significantly some of this advertising money, because if you were to get, and this, I think there's an operational problem with you even getting 100 people to sign up.
Yeah.
To actually use it, like,
Yeah.
it can be the, what's the MVP where you get them to click on to purchase, but then you say it's coming. The
landing page,
Yeah, the landing page test. So you're kind of testing which one they're most
Bait and switch.
interested in.
bait and switch.
Yeah, the bait and switch, technically though. And you're looking at those exact numbers. So that's important to know. And then you do get a subset to sign up for, I think, some service. And it's gotta be small, and you're testing the viability of them sharing their information and how to present it to them.
That subset could be like friends and family. If you can get
Yeah.
10 friends and family
I would think that's.
and manage their stuff,
Yeah.
Mhm. And then prove out that you were able to save money or what they found most valuable.
Anything, save money, can't find a cancellation, whatever it was, you know, just because if it's true that the average person has $1,800 a year that they're spending on stuff they don't know, the 10 people from around here, you're gonna find at least one or two bigger issues where you can create some value. So I think you should spend some time on that, for sure.
And then do you have the capacity to even save them money, right? Like,
is there enough time for you to save
Okay,
that?
so
Yeah,
we're gonna
okay.
do the A, B, and then we're gonna
so you need
spend
web.
some time with customers,
Yeah.
going through their stuff, friends and family, their
Mhm.
stuff.
But they do need some advertising money to get people to this website to do this AD.
Yeah.
And I would say, here's something I'll say, is I think Twitter to me sounds, again, I haven't purchased ads on Twitter in detail, maybe you know more. It sounds very broad, and I actually don't think your market is on Twitter looking for this, but on Facebook, maybe to some specific groups that you would know would be, I don't know, interested or whatnot. I would see what you can do for less on Facebook and make sure it's not, you know, it's a little more focused.
Yeah, because I think you can market to specific groups on Facebook.
I think so too. So you might be able to find that piece out, or, you know, very specifically ones who sign up for subscriptions, or, I don't know.
Yeah.
They read everything we do, so. All right, so maybe it's just the 135 plus the 30.
All right.
Right?
Good.
All right.
Done?
All right, good job, guys.